Outside. It's Bob Doyle here, one of the featured teachers from the film and book The Secret, also the facilitator of the Evolve Your Excellence program. It's a brain rewiring program. We help people identify the autopilot wiring that's going on in their brain that has them doing behaviors that keep getting them results they don't want, and changing that wiring over time so that they can become the person they need to become to have all the things they want in their life. So when I come on here and I talk about brain rewiring, I'm sort of making this assumption sometimes that you, the viewer, has a big dream, has this big goal that's inspiring them, that they're going for every day. Probably just because that's the world I'm in, and I'm just so used to, dealing with people. Because when they come to me, they've got something in mind for the most part. But if I'm just talking to the general population, I realized the other day that I don't really know if you have a big dream or a goal or a vision. But it's an important question. Because that's really, we're here, we're born, and we have, we grow up and we have these sort of passions and interests that are inside us with these desires that we want to follow. I do believe that's there for a reason. I mean, we have this brain that can be taught basically anything given the right circumstances. So if you want to learn to become something or do something in life, you can do it, but sometimes we don't. Or we don't believe that we can, and so therefore we even cut ourselves off from having a big dream because we want to stay realistic, we want to stay grounded, we don't want to set ourselves up for disappointment or whatever. But if you don't have something that's exciting you and moving you forward in life, I mean, life can start to feel a little bit, monotonous or mundane, or like, is this all there is? But if you don't really have a dream that you're serious about, that you can actually put some time and attention and energy into to develop so that you get inspired and have an idea of, well, who am I in this vision? Well, then, you might sit and think about your dissatisfaction with things and have a vague idea of, well, I sure wish things were better. But what does that really look like? So what's keeping you from doing that? What is keeping you from having these inspired visions, allowing yourself to dream big, to not have something that you're going for every day, like the work that you're doing today, that whatever you're up to today, how is that contributing to the big dream? Well, I don't have a big dream, Bob. Well, let's get you one, because that's the juice of life. And if you can't access a big dream, if you really feel like it's just like, man, I'm just putting out fires every day, this is a wiring issue. Your brain is operating in such a way that this is something you believe, that I can't have my future, or it would take too long, whatever it is that's keeping you either not looking at it or not giving it any proper attention, or not even having a vision that inspires you at all. Bob, I'll get a vision when I just clear up all this mess. Well, right now your focus is on that, whatever that is, and who you're being is the person with that mess. You're not going to get out of that mess by being that person. We need to redefine who you are to get results that you want in your life, right? So we're just identifying what is the wiring that's going on in your head that keeps you rationalizing not going for it or not allowing yourself to have the dream. And can we change that? Absolutely we can. We just need to get you re-inspired. And so these trainings that I do every week, that's what this URL is about, helps you to do all of that. Identify your autopilot wiring and get basically a step-by-step process on how to change it over time so that your brain is literally wired biologically to sustain a lasting and important transformation. Okay, so our next one is today. Oddly enough, wow, what a coincidence. Noon Pacific today. All you got to do, follow this link, register for free, and be there. I would allow an hour and a half. Really be focused. This is we're talking to your brain here, right? And it's very easy to get distracted. So if you can set out that time, that would be fantastic. I think you'll benefit from it greatly. And if you can't make this one today, which I hope you can, doesn't it just feel like the day to do it? If you can't make this one today, you can. We have them every week, and there's other dates for you to choose from at this registration page. So hopefully I will see you today or sometime really soon. Have a great one.